We are at Starkville, Mississippi, and it is March 10th, 2020. We are going to be walking the plots of the cover crop trials that were planted here on November 3rd. That planting was later than intended just because of the weather, and it's worth noting that this winter has been extremely wet, and there's been extensive cloud cover, so some of these cover crops might perform differently in another type of year where they were planted earlier and it wasn't so wet. As we go through these, there are two of the same entries side by side, with the intention that they will be harvested at two separate dates. So first ones are Frosty, it's a Berseem. AU Red Ace Clover. This is Blaza. Behind Blaza is Frosty Berseem. Next to it is an experimental Berseem, SEBCB19. Fixation Balanza. And this is, again, we saw Balanza early in some earlier trials in the same location just over there, whereas and that Balanza was at least 6+ inches high. It was planted in the second or third week of October, so this shows you a difference of what might happen if things are planted too late. Behind it is Driller Radish. These are all Gulf annual ryegrass plots. Behind them is Centurion ryegrass. This is an experimental radish, SERWF19. And this is Survivor peas. This is Dixie Crimson Clover. These are some Noble Foundation entries, NF5319B. That's what all those are. Behind there is NF99326. Here is Driller Radish. And looks like this area right here is extremely wet, so the plots here didn't seem like they survived it. So we just only have one of the plots of SERWF19. Behind it, this is SECCM18. And next to it is Vivant, which I believe is a hybrid turnip. Here's SECCM18. See some weed infestation here. The M18 looks a little bit better here than the other ones we just looked at. These plots are CCS779 radish, and there's actually two plots each. And then SECCB18. So the B18 and the M18. And again, we saw these in some other plots that were planted earlier. This species seems to need to be planted earlier than the end of November to have growth this time of year. CCS 779. SECCB 18. That might be the nicest looking plot so far of that. It's called Jackpot. Here's Bates RS4. And Gulf Ryegrass. Behind Gulf is Lowboy. We dug some roots up, compared the two ryegrasses, and the Lowboy roots are very fibrous. NF97325. Back over here is the Patagonia Inta Vetch, hairy vetch, and behind it is AU Merit. These two plots, doesn't look like the vetch has gotten up and going much yet at all. This is Centurion ryegrass. Here's Ballady Berseem, and again, this is that kind of wet area where things don't look so great. Behind it is SEBC B19, and that definitely looks better than the Ballady. Dixie Crimson and Vivant again. Behind it is Super 10, Blaza, and this is Patagonia Inta. So behind the Patagonia Inta is Winter King, and then behind that is the AU Merit. What we would expect to see is true is that the Patagonia Inta and the AU Merit are a little more growth than the Winter King at this point, expecting the Winter King being a later maturing variety. This is Elbon. Behind that is a radish called Arify. Here's AU Merit again. And the vetch just doesn't seem like it's done as well in some of these plots. You get over to the end, it looks a little bit better. This is AU Ace, AU Red Ace, taken over by the weeds here. It looks all right there. Super 10 has looked pretty decent in these plots. Continue on, this is Fixation. Behind it is Lowboy. You can see how the Lowboy does a really nice job with ground coverage. Next to it is Super 10 again. Behind it is Blaza. As you can see, these plots look a lot better than the ones that we started with. Here's Fixation. And Winter Graze 70. Behind it is SEBCB19. Winter King. And Winter Graze 70. Winter Grazer 70, which is feeling pretty happy. This is AU Sunrise. And then this is Dixie 2. And that's Winter King. Winter Grazer 70. This is Jackpot. That looks really good. There's Aerify again. Dixie 2. And Ballady.
Property's there, but I mean,
Driller.
I would be willing to bet the bigger
Survivor Winter P. You can see some there. Centurion. Vivant. Patagonia Inta. That looks like a good plot of that entry.
creative environment where
AU
people be homeless,
Red Ace.
and, like housing is so expensive.
This is SERWF19. Ballady. Dixie 2. And then this is Elbon. This is SECCM18. Looks pretty good here. Looks like it's got nice coverage. And
Well, I mean, it's several factors. It's not just
and Noble Foundation NF97325. Behind it is SECCB18. So the B versus the M, it appears that like the M has just again has bigger leaves, a little bit better coverage maybe. Frosty Bursine. Noble Foundation NF99362. NF95319B. Aerify. Survivor. Dixie. Jackpot. And then there's the an NF97325. Those are the Bates. RS4. NF99362. And AU Sunrise.